Now, we're doing a big one this time. Lolita, Vladimir Nabokov, with a scene from a movie that I haven't seen. I have seen the Kubrick one. And I have to say, please stop putting movie scenes on fucking book covers. It just doesn't work out, alright? This looks pretty well. This is a Romanian edition of Lolita. And, we got some problems here. This book is mad suspect, bro. This book is mad suspect. I mean, my dude Nobokov. What are you doing here, bro? What is this, huh? And to think that this was written when it was written, and what a scandal it was. I'm like, yeah. You think it caused a little ruckus in society? Humbert. Maybe he's a bit, I don't know, a bit problematic. But what can you say about this book that hasn't been said already? It was first despised and, almost unanimously hated and viewed as perverted or even beyond that, absolutely loathsome. And now it's almost unanimously praised, and you can tell why, because Nabokov has an interesting style in his writing, a nice flow, a nice musical piece, if you want to call it that. Reading him is a delight. He deserves the praise that he gets often, because you can tell that this guy knows what he's doing. And I mean, even from the first page where he has this little prelude, this little ode to Lolita at the beginning here, and of course, yet again, I have to say, this book, the subject matter of this book, this is mad suspect, bro. And there are various assumptions, allegations, suppositions, what this is actually about, There's a lot to say here, and others have said it better. If you have to admit that Humbert is a creeper. He is a creeper, an incurable one, and Nabokov does this very well. You kind of still like him, though, even though he's appalling. He's an appalling person for what he does and how his mind operates. Someone said, Humbert, throughout this book, he tries to charm you. He's like, I did these things. Of course I did them, but listen, I'm gonna say something in a certain way, and you're just gonna love it. You might even chuckle, and I might get away with it. Right? That's Humbert. And that's what I think Nabokov is trying to do here. Throughout this book, we are shown what Humbert, how despicable he is, but at the same time, he is trying to charm us. He is trying to seduce us. He's trying to say, maybe what I'm doing is bad, but listen, it's not that bad. I'm not actually that bad of a guy. You see, I'm not a creeper. And of course, that's not true. Of course, he is absolutely decadent to the core. I mean, this guy, he marries Lolita's mother just to be close to Lolita. And then when the mother dies in a fucking car accident, this guy just, he's like, well, I'm the legal guardians, and he just kidnaps Lolita, and they go on this fucking road trip, and it's just, wow, it keeps getting worse. You think you've seen it all, but it keeps getting worse. This guy, he is something else. And even what is more depraved about him is, like, he's even proud of what he's doing. He's singing an ode to himself, a hymn. It's like, the way this is written, the way Humbert narrates, it's just a way of telling us that deep down, this guy, he is absolutely uh, not at fault. That's how he views himself. He's not at fault for he's not doing something despicable here, right? Even at the beginning with that little introduction, the Lolita poem, if you want, this love letter to Lolita, he says, the jury has to see the evidence. They will see that I am not that horrible. And I have to say, he is a charmer, and I absolutely hate charmers, but because that's what they want to get into your skin, and they want to program you to believe that these creatures aren't that awful. And because they're trying to manipulate you like this, of course, this demonstrates that they are absolutely appalling creatures. And so is Nabokov. But it is written in such a way that you're sucked in. The melody, this guy's wit and his charming way of seducing you with his words, with his thoughts. This guy is proud of himself for what he's doing here. All right. And I have to say, he failed to charm me all the way. I could see him clearly. And I recommend this book because there's something here. And, mm, you know, this is, in a way, a document that shows how, these, what do you call them? These pedophiles that are well off. It shows how they kind of operate. Now, of course, the times are different, but for when this was written, I suppose that's how they operated. And this might be some sort of admission, some sort of document, hidden, of course, in the symbolism. You have to read between the lines to understand what's really going on here. And there are a few videos on YouTube that kind of dissect, the hidden messages of Nabokov, of Lolita, and it's one of those rabbit holes that I kind of believe they are absolutely true, and you got to check them out because there's a lot to unpack here. Of course, this is an absolutely legendary book. Absolutely, the way it's written, the style, the prose, the narrative, the characters, the flow of the text, everything is just wonderful. Of course, it's a funny book. It is absolutely intelligent. It is artistic. It is repulsive. How this is so courageously or so boldly presented. That this guy, he does some things. This Humbert, he's a character. But I do recommend that this is one of a kind. This is one of a kind book, and it has withstood the test of time. All right. So stop stimping and read more books. All right. That's it.